If you are running a print shop, then this video is for you, because in it I'm going to show you how to make your very own print shop website, and I'll specifically show you how to make your own print shop website using WordPress. Before we start making this website, let me show you what you will get by the end of this tutorial. So if a customer needs a particular product printed for him and they land on your website, maybe they will go ahead and choose this gray flyer. So I click on it. In here they can go ahead and choose the quantity they want to print. So I choose 1000, and the delivery period, I need it delivered within a day. So your customer can choose from quantity 100, quantity 250, as well as quantity 1000. So I've selected 1000, and the delivery period, I need it within a day, and this is the price for quantity 1000 and a delivery period of 1 day. I go down, I can also choose a paper type. Which paper do I want my flyer to be printed on? I need it on matte paper, and this will attract a fee of 5 Ghana cedis, as you can see in here. Next is design required. Do I require any design? Maybe I don't require any design, or yes, please design it for me, which will attract 30 Ghana cedis. And finally, I have a file but it needs some changes. I'll choose this option. I already have my file, but I need some changes to be made to it, and that one will attract 20 Ghana cedis. And as you can see down here, my price has increased. So now in here I've selected this, meaning I have some file, but over here there's no field where I can upload my file to be sent to the print shop. So I'll show you where I can upload my file in a moment. So I'll go ahead and click on add to cart, and I'll go ahead and view the cart. And in here I have two shipping options. I have flat rate, which is 25 Ghana cedis, and free shipping. And to my location, I'll get free shipping, so I select it and my price will change. You see that. Then I'll proceed to checkout. I'll go ahead and fill in my details. So I fill in all my details, and in here I'll be paying a VAT of 17%, which will be added to my total price. And down here below I can choose whatever payment method I want to use. I'll go ahead and use direct bank transfer, and I'll click on place order. And now I'll be redirected to a form where I can submit all my design details, and also go ahead and upload my files that require some changes. So I'll fill this pretty quick and get back to you. So I've filled out my form and also uploaded my files. I'll go ahead and click on send message, and my message is sent. So as an administrator, I'll receive a message with regards to this order, and the client will also receive a message with regards to this order. So in this video, I will show you how you can create this form, and I'll also show you how you can make this print shop website step by step with no step skipped. In this video, we are going to use a theme which is made perfectly for online stores. So if you want to learn how to make this beautiful print shop website, keep watching. Hello guys, this is Sonic here at Dikupages Web, where I do web tutorials just like this one. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. That said, let's jump into the video. So to make this website, we are going to use only free resources. The only thing you need to pay for is a domain name and a web hosting, which is a standard for every website. A domain name is simply the address of your website, and a web hosting is just a location where your images, text, and other files will be stored so that people can have access to it throughout the world. So to get your own custom domain name, click on the very first link in the description down below, or you head over to your browser, enter dikupages.com/Asura. Hit enter. This brings us to Asura hosting. With Asura hosting, you get 99.9% uptime, NVMe, SSD storage, free SSL certificates, free domain registration, and many more. Going down, Asura hosting offers multiple hosting services. You get website hosting, reseller hosting, VPS hosting, and radio hosting. For our purpose, we are going to use web hosting. So you can choose to click from view plans, or you can click on web hosting right here. So I'll go to view plans. So these are the various web hosting plans with Asura hosting. They have starter, unlimited, and unlimited plus, and you can choose between direct admin or cPanel. with direct admin, the price is less as compared to cPanel. For instance, for the starter, you get $1.29 per month with cPanel, and you get $1 per month with direct admin. So these are the various features you get under each package. With the starter, you get 12 GB NVMe SSD storage. However, the unlimited and then the unlimited plus, you get unlimited NVMe SSD storage. The main difference in here are, with the starter, you get 15 email accounts, 15 websites, and 15 databases. But with the unlimited and the unlimited plus, all these features are unlimited, as you can see right here. Down here are some of the major difference. That is, with the starter, you will not get private name servers, free Gold 10 key reseller plan, free domain yearly, and then free dedicated IP. And over here is this last three that you won't get as compared to this, and the unlimited plus, everything is made free for you. So if you are going to make a website like an e-commerce website, I would suggest you go in for the unlimited plus, but for our purpose, we'll go in for the starter plan. Now if you go down, you will see that the initial price for the hosting per year is $12, and at renewal you also pay $12, which means there won't be any price hikes when it's time for renewal. So we go up and we click on order now for the starter package. So under choose a domain, in here you can choose to register a new domain, transfer your domain from another registrar, or if you have an existing domain and want to update your name servers, you can choose this. But for our purpose, we want to register a new domain. So we choose register a new domain, and in here we search for the domain we want to register. Take note, this domain you are going to register should be unique to you. If it is already registered somewhere, it cannot be registered for the second time. So I'll search for Dikupages web, and take note, over here is the domain extension. There are so many of them, but I will advise you go in for .com, especially if you are creating for a business or if you want to go international. However, if you want to create for an organization, you can use .org. So let's take to .com, then we click on search. Awesome, dikupagesweb.com is available, and we pay $9.99 for the domain registration. Then we go ahead and click on continue. So these are the various features we'll get for the starter plan. So you can choose to pay for 1 year hosting, 2 years, or 3 years. And you see that as the year increases, you are saving 16%. And going down are some additional services. We don't need any of this, so I go ahead and click on continue. In here we have DNS management, which is free. I'll select it. ID protection, you need to pay a little for it for a year, and email forwarding is also free, so I'll check it. I like free things. Then I go ahead and click on continue. So now the web hosting for the starter is $12 per year, and the domain registration is $9.99 per year, which brings us to a total of $21.99 for a year. So going down, you can choose your currency from here. I'll leave it as USD. If you have a promo code, you can enter it in here, and then you can choose to use an existing account. That is, if you are already using Asura hosting, and since we are new, we'll create a new account. And in here you need to fill all these details. Then you go ahead and choose your payment method. So in my case, I'm going to use direct credit card, and in here I enter my card number, the expiry date, and then the CVV number. So I'm going to fill out this form and also enter my payment details and click on checkout, and meet you in a second. Alright, our order is confirmed. Now I can click here to take me to the client's area of my Asura account. So this is the domain we have just registered. The next thing I'm going to do is to go over to my email account and check for my login details. So when you buy a hosting plan from Asura hosting, for the first time you receive so many messages, but you want to look for Asura hosting, dash hosting account information, and in here will be your account information. So going down, that is to control panel, you see your account detail, that is your login details you can use to log in to start making your website. So over here is my username, password, and then the server login URL, which I need to hide for obvious reasons. So I'll just highlight the login URL, right click on it and open it in a new tab. So this is the login page. So what I'm going to do is go back to my email, copy and paste the username and then the password, then I click on sign in. So this is the username and this is my password. So I go ahead and click on sign in. Okay, so this brings us to Asura Hosting cPanel, that is the direct admin cPanel. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and install WordPress. So I scroll down to extra features, then I click on software clause auto installer. So in here I have WordPress. I go ahead and click on install. Now under choose installation URL, in here you need to make sure it is set to HTTPS, that is the protocol, since Asura Hosting is giving us free SSL certificate. And then choose domain. This is the domain we've just registered. Then in directory, you don't want to put anything in here, so I take it off. And going down, this is where I can set the name of my website. So currently it is set to my blog, and then the site description, my WordPress blog. So I'll show you how to change these names inside WordPress. Now under admin account, in here we've entered the admin username, the admin password, as well as the admin email address. These are the details you use to log into WordPress in order to edit your website. So I'll enter these details pretty quick. So I'll fill out the fields pretty quick. Going down to the end, I click on install and WordPress will install in some few seconds. Congratulations, the software was installed successfully. And over here is my web address, that is dikupagesweb.com. If I click on it, it will take me to the front end of my website. Awesome. So this is the front end of my website. This is what users will see when they enter the URL to my website. If I go back, I can click on the administrative URL right here to take me to the back end of my WordPress website, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to show you how to log into your WordPress website if you are at the front end of the website. So to log in, I click at the end of the .com, then I bring /wp-admin, hit enter, and this will take me to the login page. So in here I enter my username and the password, that is the username and password I've just chosen when I was installing WordPress. Enter. Okay, now I'm in the back end of my WordPress website, and if I right click on the name of my website, open link in a new tab, this is the front end of my website. This is what users will see when they enter the URL of my website. And I'm seeing this bar right now because I've logged into my website. So I exit from here for now. So now that we are at the back end of our website, let me show you how we can clean up and also set up WordPress. So I click on screen options and I untick all this because I don't need all this widgets right here. Click back on it. Next I go over to post. Defaultly when you install WordPress, a hello world post will be created for you. I don't need it, so I trash it. Trash, then empty the trash. Next I go over to pages. There will be these two pages which I don't need. I select all, bulk actions, move to trash, apply. I click on trash, empty the trash. Next I go over to appearance, click on it, and defaultly you see some themes installed for you when you install WordPress. And this is the active one, that is the 2021 theme, and 2019 and 2020 are not active, so we can delete them. We don't need extra themes. So I go ahead and click on theme details, delete. Okay, theme details, delete. Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot delete this theme simply because I need an existing theme to work with. But I'll show you how we can install a new theme later on in this tutorial. So next I go over to plugins. I don't need all these plugins, so I select all, bulk actions, delete, apply. Okay. Next I go over to settings, and this way I can set up my website. So I click on general to begin with. So in here I have my site title and then the tagline. Remember I said I'll show you how to change the name of your WordPress website. This way you can do that. So the site title, my blog, I'll change it to my new name, Dikupages, and then the tagline, home of quality prints, and in here is my WordPress URL and then the site URL. Next is administrative email address. So this is the email address I use to install WordPress. You can change it if you want. And under membership, you may want to check anyone can register. Since we are going to make an e-commerce website, people should be able to register on our website to become our clients. So going down, I click on save changes. Next I go over to permalinks. Under common settings, I want to change the settings from day and name to post name. So I click on post name so that my post will assume this particular URL sample instead of me having the year, month and day as part of my URL. So I go down, then I click on save changes. So now that the cleaning and setting up of my WordPress website is done, the next thing I'm going to do is to install a theme. Take note, a theme is basically the design and layout of your WordPress website. So to install a theme, I just click on appearance, then I click on add new, then under set themes, search for Bloxy, and I have Bloxy right here. I click on install, it is installed, I activate. So Bloxy is successfully activated, and over here you see that it is thanking us for installing Bloxy, and it is recommended that we activate the Bloxy companion plugin in order to get some extra features and functionalities. So I just go ahead and click on install Bloxy companion. So in here, if you want to receive important updates from the Bloxy team, you go ahead and click on allow and continue, but I'll click on skip. So the Bloxy companion is installed. So I'll go to starter size. With the starter size, we'll be given some templates that we can import and build our website with. You can also decide to create your website from scratch, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we are going to use one of these starter templates. So if you want to make a wedding website, you can go ahead and use this, but you can only use the Gutenberg page builder, a web agency, persona, yogi and many more. So for the purpose of our tutorial, we are going to go ahead and use the modern shop. It comes with Breezy and Elementor page builder. So I go ahead and click on import, and it will be recommended we install the child theme of Bloxy. So I click on next. So in here you need to choose the particular page builder you want to work with. So for our purpose, I'm going to choose Elementor. I click on next, and I'll be required to install all these three plugins, that is Elementor, WooCommerce and Contact Form 7. So I'll go ahead and click on next, and it will import all these, that is options, widgets and contents, and it will also install a clean website. I click on install now, and the installation is started. It will take some few seconds or minutes depending upon your server. So I can grab a cup of coffee and get back to you when it's done. Okay, starter site imported successfully. Now you can view your website or start customizing it. I'll click on view site, and it will open in a new tab. Awesome. So this is our website. Perfect, very clean and neat. Awesome. You can go to the shop page. Perfect. So I'll show you how we can customize all these pages in this tutorial. We have imported this particular template and we are going to make it our own. Awesome. So with this template, we already have some products created. So all what we need to do is remove them and create our own products. So I'll show you how we can do that in a moment. So before I start, I'll go ahead and exit from here and I'll go to the back end. I'll close this app just by clicking aside. Now if you go to the front end, you see that I have this cookie information right here, or cookie widget. I don't need it for now. So what I'm going to do is go back to the back end and I'll go to extensions, and you see that the cookies consent is enabled. That is why you are seeing deactivate. So I'll just go ahead and deactivate it for now. So that's it on installing the Blocksy theme and also importing a demo website. So in here, you see that our navigation pane is not changed, but if I refresh this, you will now see WooCommerce, Elementor, and some other menus. So in here, I have contact, WooCommerce, products, and then Elementor. Perfect. So the next thing I'm going to do is show you how you can add your products to your shop or your print shop. So to do that, I go over to products, click on it. And like I said earlier, we already have some products in here. All what you need to do is remove them and start building your own product, or you can edit them into your own products. But I don't want to edit them. I want to show you how you can add your own product from scratch. So to add a new product, I click on add new here or here. Either way, they would take me to the same place. So I click on add new. And the add new product, I enter my product name. So I'll say wall calendar 210 by 297 millimeters. So this is the A4 size wall calendar. So in here, I add my product description. So I'll just go ahead and paste in some dummy content. I don't want to bore you with my typing. Then going down, I'm going to change the product data from simple product into a variable product, because in the print industry, people who want to get different variations, they should be able to choose from the number of quantities they want to print, as well as the particular paper they want their product to be printed on. So the next thing I'm going to do is click on attributes, and then I'm going to add a new attribute. So in here, I call it quantity, and I'll go ahead and enter the various quantities for this particular product. So first of all, I have 100, and I need to separate all the various quantities with a pipe like this. Then the next quantity is 250. I'll separate it with a pipe. Then the final quantity is 1000. So I have 100, 250, and 1000 quantities. So my buyers or my customers can choose from these three various quantities, and I'm going to use this for variations. It is very important to check this so that you'll be able to use it in your variations for your clients to be able to select whichever quantity they want. So I'll go ahead and click on add new again, and this time around I'll enter the delivery period. So how long is it going to take for my clients to get their 100 copies printed, their 200 copies printed, and then their 1000 copies printed? So in here, I enter 1 day. I'll separate it with a pipe, 2 days, or 3 days. And always make sure to check use for variations so that it will be part of your variations. So with this, I'll get a particular variation for 100 as quantity for 1 day, 100 for 2 days, and 100 for 3 days. I'll also get the same for 250. So that is 250 for 1 day, 250 for 2 days, and 250 for 3 days. And the same goes for the 1000 copies. So I'll go ahead and click on save attributes. So my attributes are saved. Now go ahead and click on variations. So under add variations, I drop down the arrow and I click on create variations from all attributes. Then I go ahead and click on go. So are you sure you want to link all variations? And my answer is okay. So I click on OK, and I will be getting 9 variations, simply because I have 3 different quantities and 3 different delivery dates. So I click on OK, and in here I have all my variations. So with quantity 100, I have 1 day delivery, quantity 100 2 days delivery, quantity 100 3 days delivery, quantity 250 1 day delivery, quantity 250 2 days delivery, quantity 250 3 days delivery, and the same goes for quantity 1000. Perfect. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll go ahead and click on expand all, so that I'll enter the various prices for every single quantity and their respective delivery days. So I'll start from the first one. So I have 100 copies for 1 day, and the price is going to be 59.99, and going down 100 quantity for 2 days. So if I'm going to use 1 day and I'll charge days, meaning if I'm delivering within 2 days, the price will be lesser than delivery in 1 day. So going down, the next day the price will be perhaps 49.99, $10 difference. Then going down, so you may have to come out with your own pricing technique. I'm not actually going to show you how you get your pricing, but one thing I know is certain is that when you are delivering within a day, the price should be different from when you are delivering within 2 days or 3 days for a particular quantity. So 100 quantities for 3rd day, the price will be 39.99. Then 250 first day. So now if I'm charging 49.99 for 100 copies for a day, I just want to multiply that for the 250. So meaning I'll be charging somewhere 99.99 for the 250 copies. Invariably, I am dashing out 50 copies to my clients for free. So going down, 250 for 2 days delivery, so the price will be 89.99. Going down, 250 for 3 days delivery, the price will be 79.99. So going down, quantity 1000 within a day, so I make the price 350.99. quantity 1000 for 2 days, 320.99. and finally quantity 1000 for 3 days, 300.99. Then I go down and click on save changes. Perfect. I'll just go ahead and click on publish to save my work. So the product is saved. Meanwhile, I'm not done yet. However, let's take a look at it. So I right click in here, open link in a new tab. Let me close this for now. So you see that under quantity, you can choose the option either 100, 250 or 1000, as well as the delivery period, that is 1 day, 2 days or 3 days. Perfect. So I can choose maybe 100 and then 2 days delivery, and you see the price. I can go ahead and add it to carts. Perfect. So going back, under product categories, I want to set a category for my product and it will fall in the calendar category. So I just go ahead and click on add new category, and in here I enter calendars. Then I click on add new category. So it is added. However, I'll go ahead and uncheck uncategorized. Then going down, I just go ahead and click on set product image. So I upload files, select files. So I go to the location where I'll find my images. So I have calendars here, and I'll go ahead and choose this. Then I click on set product image, and I have it right there. Awesome. Next, I go up and I click on update. Let's take a look at the changes we've made. Perfect. So in here I have my product image. So in here I have the name of my product, and the price starts from $39.99 to $350.99. So whatever price my buyers will be getting will depend upon the quantity they will select and the number of days of delivery. Awesome. So going back, you see that when I was creating this particular product, I added a category from here. You can also go to categories right here to add all the categories you need for your website instead of adding them here each time you get here. So when you get here, you just need to select the particular one you want and not by adding it. And also under attributes, we created these attributes, these two attributes, that is quantity and delivery period, during the time of creating this particular product. You can also decide to pre-create your attributes such that anytime you get here, you just go ahead and select them and not creating everything each time you are going to use any attributes. So I'll show you how we create categories and also show you how we create attributes. So to do that, I'll go ahead and click on categories, and then casual and travel, they are the categories that already came with the particular template we are using. So we don't need them. So just go ahead and delete them from here. So I select this and that and go to bulk actions, delete, then apply. Already I have calendars. So in here I enter business cards. Then I go ahead and click on add new category. So it is added. Next I have flyers. Add new category. Letterheads, add new category, and maybe some posters. Then I add new category. Perfect. So I have all my categories in here. You can add as many categories as you want. So next I go ahead and click on attributes to add my attributes. So take note, the particular attributes we created earlier is not going to be here. This doesn't work like categories. So it will be advantageous to always create your attributes before you start creating your products. So attribute name, I enter quantity as my first attribute. Then I click on add attribute. Next attribute will be delivery day or delivery period. I click on add attributes. Take note, for attributes you can get as many attributes as you want. However, the more attributes you have, the more prices you have to enter when you are creating your products. So now let's enter the various options or terms for delivery period and quantity. So I go ahead and click on configure terms under delivery period. So with delivery period, I have 1 day, add new delivery period. Next is 2 days, add new, and finally 3 days, add new. In here you can rearrange them if you want by holding this icon right here, move it up, and then move this up so that you have 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So going back to attributes, so we are done for delivery period. Next we go to quantity. The first one is 100, add new quantity, followed by 250, add new quantity, and finally 1000, add new quantity. So for quantities, you determine the range of quantities you want to use. Maybe you can start with 1000 as your lowest quantity and move into other numbers. So I'm starting with 100, 250, and 1000. Perfect. So I can rearrange this one as well. Awesome. So now that all my categories and attributes are created, let me go ahead and add new product. So I click on add new to show you how we can use the various categories and attributes we have just added. So in here I enter. So I have folded flyer. I just paste in my description. Going down, product data, I choose variable. Then I go ahead and click on attributes. So in here I don't need to add custom attribute anymore. I just drop down the arrow and I choose quantity. Then I click on add. Then under values, I just click in here to choose my various values. Perfect. Or better still, let me take them off. I can just go ahead and click on select all to insert all if that is what I need, and that is what I actually need. Then I go ahead and click on use for variations. I go back in there, delivery period, then I click on add. Then I'll select all. So I have 1 day, 2 days, and 3 days. I click on use for variations, and I go ahead and click on save attributes. Next, I go to variations. I drop down the arrow, create variations from all attributes, then I click on go. Okay again to create my variations. So we've already gone through this, so I'll just move pretty quick over here. So again, I'll expand all. So for quantity 100, I'll go ahead and enter the price 45.99. Then going down, quantity 100 for 2 days 30.99, quantity 100 for 3 days 25.99. So I hope you get the concept of the pricing. So I'll just go ahead and enter the rest of the prices and meet you in a second. Alright, I've added all my prices. Then I go ahead and click on save changes. Perfect. Then going up, I choose the category, that is flyers, and then in here under product tags, you can also go ahead and add some tags. This is good for search engine optimization. So I can enter flyers, hit enter, maybe flyer printing or something, hit enter. Then I'll go ahead and click on set product image, upload files, select files, choose my flyer from here. It is inserted. I click on set product image. Going up, I click on publish. It is published. Now I view the product, right click, open link in a new tab. I'll exit from here and I have my product right here. Awesome. So my buyers can choose from any quantity they want and then the delivery days, and then go ahead and click on add to cart. Now one thing I want to talk about is quantity right here. Up here, I've already given my clients the opportunity to choose whatever quantity they want to be printed for them. So there's no need giving any other quantity in here. Having quantity right here means they can also go ahead and increase the quantity, which will change the quantity up here. But we don't want to give the client the opportunity to be able to add quantity right here. This quantity we are setting up here should be able to override every other quantity we have coming from WooCommerce. So what I'm going to do is go back to the back end to the product. Then I scroll down in here under inventory. I want to check this, that is sold individually. So meaning I'm enabling this particular product to allow one of these items to be bought in a single order. So if I update this and I'll go to the product to refresh it, you see that the quantity field is gone. So this is how I want it to look like. So my buyers should always be able to choose the quantity they want from here. Perfect. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is a fast way of creating a product. So I'll go back to the back end and I'll click on all products. Take note, we've already created 2 products. So if I need maybe a similar product for flyer or calendar, I can just duplicate any of them. Upon hovering on it, you see that I have duplicate, and in here I have duplicate, and the same goes for all the products. So I'll just go ahead and click on duplicate and it will open the product editing page for me. In here I have copy, so I can just go ahead and take it off, and maybe folded flyer with a different size, so maybe 100 by 120 or something like that. So the category is still flyers, and sold individual is already checked because I checked this for the previous product. And if you go to attributes, I already have my attributes in here, that is quantity as well as delivery period. Variations, you see that I have all my variations. The only thing I need to do is go ahead and change the prices to the various quantities and their respective delivery days. That is if the prices are going to be different. And it's all that simple. I just need to expand this Then in here, I change the price to whatever price I want. But I'll keep this for now. I just want to show you how you can duplicate your product. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead and change this particular product image. So I just click on it, upload files, select files. Maybe I'll choose this, and I click on set product image. Going up, I click on publish. I'll view the product, exit from here. Awesome. Now I want to take my product even further to give my clients the opportunity to choose several options apart from quantity and delivery period. So when it comes to printing, apart from quantity and delivery period, what other options can you think of? Maybe you need to ask your clients the particular paper they want their product to be printed on. Is it going to be matte paper, glossy, or whatever paper? Let's see how we can get that done. So to do this, we will need a plugin. So I go back to the back end of my website, scroll down to plugins, then I click on add new. And the search plugin, I enter the name of the plugin I want to use. Advanced product field for WooCommerce. So in here I have various fields for WooCommerce, and this is the plugin I want to install by Studio Wombat. It has over 10,000 active installations and 141 5-star reviews. I click on install now, then I go ahead and click on activate. So it is installed and activated. Now let's go ahead and edit this particular product. So I can just click on edit product from here instead of going to the back end. Going down, you see that we have additional field in here, that is custom fields. I just go ahead and click on it, and these are the various options I have under custom fields. So I just go ahead and click on add your first field. So in here, the type, what type of fields do I want to add? So defaultly it is set to text. I click on it, so I can choose from all these options, except I can't use any of these. You see that they are grayed out. I can only use them if I happen to purchase this particular plugin. So the particular feature I'm looking for, I want to give my users the opportunity to be able to select from a list what particular paper they want me to print their product for them. So with this, I can use either select or radio buttons. With select, I need to drop down an arrow to be able to choose from the list whatever paper I want. And with radio buttons, I'll see all the options beforehand, then I'll go ahead and choose one of them. If you use checkboxes, meaning you are giving your client the opportunity to be able to select more than one paper type. So for this, I'm going to use checkboxes. And the label of the field, what word do you want to give to the label? Paper type or type of paper, whichever way. In here I can enter some instructions, but I don't want to make my page look clumsy. So next, in here I need to select if the particular field I'm creating is a required field or not, and I'm going to make it required so that users should always choose the particular paper they want. Then I'll go ahead and click on add option. So for the first label, the type of paper I'll enter is bright white. And what I mean by bright white is just the ordinary A4 paper or whatever size is gonna be. And with this, I'm not charging any price. So if you want to charge any price, you just drop down this arrow and you choose a flat fee for that particular option. So take note, this particular flat fee is not going to be based on quantity. And as usual, there are other options we cannot use because it is part of the pro version of the plugin. So I just go ahead and click on add another option. And in here, what other type of paper do I use at my shop? I enter matte. Then for matte, I'm going to charge a flat fee of $5. So if my customers want me to print on a matte paper for them, I'll charge them an extra fee of $5. And finally, I'll add another paper. Now call it glossy. And with glossy, I'll charge an extra fee of $7. In here, I can decide to pre-select any of these options to give my clients heads up as to whether they should choose bright white, matte or glossy paper. but I'll leave everything unchecked so that they'll go ahead and choose whatever option they want by themselves. So when that is done, I just go ahead and click on update. Now let's take a look at our product and see how it will come up. Perfect. Awesome. So now in here you see we have extra options right here, with 25.99 being the initial price, as you can see in here. So if the buyer choose quantity 100 and they go ahead and choose 2 days, the price is this, as you can see the grand total. Now if they need a particular paper type, that is bright white, the price is still the same. So what if they need matte paper, they will click on it and the price will increase by $5, simply because the option they are selecting is $5 right here. Now if they need glossy, which is $7, the price will now be increased by $7. Then they will go ahead and click on add to cart. So in here also you can have as many papers as you want, depending upon what you have in your printing shop. Now I want to also take it down further, in the sense that I want to ask my clients if they already have the particular item they want to print at hand, or if they want me to design the work for them and also go ahead and print. So these are 2 options. Let's see how we can get that. So I'll go back to the products, scroll down, I'll click on custom fields, and I'll go ahead and add another field. So what type is it going to be? It's going to be a redo button, just like the initial one. And then the label, I'll enter design required. So it's going to be some sort of question. And then the options, I add a new option, and the option label, no, I have a print ready file. So with this, it's not going to attract any fee because they already have a print ready file. I just need to go ahead and print it on whatever paper they will choose and the paper type, as well as the quantity and the day of delivery. So I'll click on add another option, and this one I'll say yes, please design it for me, something like that. Then the cost of design, I'll choose a flat fee, and I'm going to make it maybe $30 for designing this particular flyer. So these are the 2 options I have. Then I'll go ahead and update. Let's take a look. So I refresh. Awesome. So I have design required. So now the client has selected quantity 100, 2 days delivery, and they need it on glossy paper, and they already have their print file ready. So they will select this and it will change the price. But if they don't have a print ready file and they need us to design the work for them, they'll go ahead and click on this and it will change the price. Perfect. I think my price in here has changed. I kept 30 there. Let's check it out. Custom fields, design required. Okay, so I need to take off 2 and make it 0. Update. Let's check it out. Refresh. Okay, perfect. So now under design required, we have these 2 options. What if the client has the print file but they need changes to be made to it? How are we going to deal with that? So we can add another option under design required to take care of that. So to do that, I go back to the back end to edit the product again. So I go to custom fields, and the design required, I just go ahead and click on it and scroll to options. Then I'll add a new option. And the options label, I'll say, so in here I have my file requires some changes. So they already have the file, but it will require some changes. So with this, I want to charge maybe $20, and you can go ahead and rearrange this if you want, but I will leave it as it is. Then I'll scroll up, update, go back to the product and refresh. Okay, now we have our price in there. Perfect. So the options are unlimited, so you decide whatever you want to add as part of your options. For this tutorial, I'll leave it as they are. So now if we go to our shop page or our products page, we'll see all the various products we've added right here, including the dummy products. So the next thing I'm going to do is take off all the dummy products. So to do that, I go to the back end and I click on all products. So I have everything in here. I'll just go ahead and select all, and I'll uncheck the ones I need, that is the various products I've created. Then I'll click on bulk actions, move to trash, apply. So if you want to delete them completely, you go to trash and then empty the trash. So now the next thing I'm going to do is add more products to my shop, and I would suggest you also do the same. So I'll add some few products and get back to you. Okay, I've added some more products to my shop, and if I go to the shop page, these are the various products I've added. I can even click on next to show more products. Awesome. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to set up WooCommerce. Take note, we are able to add product, but we've not set up WooCommerce yet. We want to set it up in such a way that we'll be able to add shipping methods, payment methods, and even add taxes. So I go back to the back end, then I click on WooCommerce. I close it from here. So in here I can just go ahead and click on settings. I'll add my address. So in here I'll choose my country. So I'll search for Ghana because I'm from Ghana, and specifically northern region. Postcode 00233. Selling locations, I want to sell to specific countries, and I'm going to sell to only Ghana. So if you want to sell to more countries, you can go ahead and select all the countries. For instance, if I want to add Nigeria, just go ahead and add it. But I only want to sell to Ghana, so I take Nigeria off. And then shipping locations, ship to all countries you sell to. So I'll leave this as it is. And then default customer location, I'll leave it as shop-based address. And I'm going to go ahead and enable tax rate and calculations. I'll also enable the use of coupon codes. And then next, I'm going to change my currency to Ghana cedis because I'm from Ghana, and I'll leave the rest as they are. Save changes. Next, I go to products. So in here, the shop page, you need to make sure it is set to this particular page. The theme is using Take Your Adventure to the Next Level as the default shop page. So you need to make sure this is selected, and I'll leave everything as they are, and I go ahead and click on save changes. So in here, we are not going to manage any inventory or maybe deal with downloadable products, because we are only going to print out customer designs, and that's it. So next, I go to tax. In here, under prices entered with tax, in here it is very important you take good care of it, in the sense that if you are running a B2B business, you need to select this particular option, that is no, I will enter prices exclusive of tax. Because for business purposes, whoever you are going to sell to will be interested in how much tax you'll be charging them. But for individuals, you may want to select yes, I will enter prices inclusive of tax, simply because your clients will not want to see the price, and at the end of the day you'll be charging them separately for something else. So with the printing business, usually it is done among business to business, so I'm going to leave it as it is, but the choice is yours. And going down under shipping tax class, I will change it to standard, so that I will set a standard rate, and I go down, save the changes. However, if you have additional tax classes, you can add it in here, but I'm going to use standard since I've selected standard right here. So I'll go ahead and click on standard rates, and in here I insert a row, and under country code I type Ghana. So I have Ghana here. I just click to insert it. Then next I go to city, just enter my city, and this is not really necessary. And then the tax rate, I'm going to make it 17, so it's going to be VAT. And then the tax name, I'll make it VAT, maybe 17, something like that. Then I'll go ahead and click on save changes. So next I go over to shipping, and in here I'm going to add a shipping zone. So I click on add shipping zone. So the zone name, I'll just call it shipping. You can give it whatever name you want. Next is zone regions. I'll just choose Ghana, so that all my shipping will be applied to Ghana. And I'll go ahead and click on add shipping method. To add my shipping method, I'm going to set a flat rate fee. So I'll click on add shipping method. Now I'll configure the flat rate fee by clicking on it. So method title is flat rate, and it's going to be taxable or maybe non-taxable, whichever one you want, depending upon where you are coming from. And I'm going to charge a flat rate fee of 25 Ghana cedis for the delivery. Now go ahead and click on save changes. I'll add another shipping method, but this time around I'm going to choose free shipping, and I'll click on add shipping method. I'll configure it by clicking on it, and then free shipping requires, I drop down the arrow and I'll choose a minimum order amount. And in here I'm going to set a particular amount. That is, when people buy to the tune of that amount, they will get a free shipping. So I'll say 200 Ghana cedis, and I'll go ahead and save changes. Perfect. Next I go over to payment. In here, since we are running a business to business e-commerce model, I'll use direct bank transfer, check payments, as well as cash on delivery. If you want, you can go ahead and add some automated payment methods depending upon where you are coming from, like PayPal, Stripe, and what have you. I'll save the changes. Now I'll set up the direct bank transfer. So in here I need to add my banking details, and then Swift code is the same. Then I click on save changes. Now I go back to payment methods. You can also go ahead and set up check payments. So in here you need to leave some description which will inform your buyers as to how they should send your check, and you can also go ahead and add additional instructions. When that is done, you click on save changes. So that is that. We are not going to do anything about cash on delivery. It's simple as that. Next I go over to accounts and privacy. Guest checkout, I want to disable it. I don't want to allow customers to place orders without an account. Allow customers to log into an existing account during checkout. I'll select this. Allow customers to create an account during checkout. I check this, and I'll uncheck the rest of them. Then I'll go ahead and click on save changes. Emails, in here you can go ahead and manage your email address. If you have an official email address, you can go here to manage it up by removing the Gmail email address, and then enter in your official email address in here. But I'll leave this as it is for now. However, later on we'll come back here and change some other settings under emails. Perhaps we'll deal with this and maybe the colors in here. Perfect. The rest of the things are cool. We don't need to do any other thing. So that's it on setting up WooCommerce. The next thing I'm going to do is set up a coupon code, so that I'll give my customers some discount code. They can always use it to do their purchase. So I'll just go ahead and click on add coupon, and the coupon name, I will call it 20 off or something like that, and I'll give it a description if I want, but take note it is optional. So what type of discount is it going to be? Is it going to be a fixed cut discount, percentage discount, or fixed product discount? Take note, I'm putting 20 off, meaning I want to use 20%, but whatever name you put here doesn't really matter. However, I'm going to use a percentage discount, so I choose it, and then in here I'll enter 20. Next is allow free shipping. So check this box if the coupon grants free shipping. A free shipping method must be enabled in your shipping zone and be set to require a valid free shipping coupon. So this particular discount code I'm setting up, if it requires free shipping, I just need to check this box so that whoever is eligible for free shipping is also eligible for this particular percentage off. Then coupon expiry date, in here I can go ahead and set a date that this particular coupon will expire, but I don't want to do that. I want to leave it as unlimited. Then I'll go to usage limits, and I won't do any other thing. I'll just go ahead and publish it. So now I have my 20% off coupon code, which my customers can use to purchase their products. Perfect. So now that creating of our coupon code is done, the next thing I'm going to do is to design my website. So to do that, I go over to the front end, and first of all, I'm going to design the home page. So I click on home, and I'm going to design it with Elementor. So I just click on edit with Elementor. So it is open with Elementor, and I need to change all this. So take note, at the left hand side are the widgets or the elements that are being used to design this page. So all what you see in here are being designed using some of these elements. So I'll show you quickly how you can use them. So for instance, in here, if you want to change this particular text, all what you need to do is click in there, then you start typing away. Awesome. If you want to add a button like this, just go ahead and click on this 9 dots icon right here, then it will take you to the elements. Then you drag in your button and drop it wherever you want. You can go ahead and click on style, then you can change the background color of your button to whichever color you want. You can even go to content and center it, or take it to the right side of the section. If you also want to insert an image in here, click back on the elements, then you drag in the image element. Just take it wherever you want. Then you can go ahead and click on it from here and choose whatever image you want to insert. Perfect. But I don't need it, so I just go ahead, right click on it, and I click on delete, and I'll do the same thing to this button, delete. Perfect. So now let's start customizing or designing our page. So the first thing I'm going to take care of is the background image. So to do that, I need to click on edit section right here, which we are not seeing. So I can just go ahead and right click somewhere here, then I click on edit section, so that it will open up this edit section pane. And under style, I can go ahead and remove this image and choose my own image. So I go ahead and click on choose image. I click on upload files, select files, then I'll go to the location where I'll find my image, and I'll use this open. It is uploaded. I go ahead and click on insert media, and it will appear right there. There's a play icon in here. I don't need it, so I'll just right click on it and I'll delete it. Perfect. And looking at my background image and the text, you see that the text is not standing out clearly. So I'm going to add a background overlay to this particular image by clicking on background overlay, and I'll go to color and I'll make it completely black. And then the image, I want to make it fixed, so I go back to background. So under the image, I go over to attachments and click on fixed, so that when I'm scrolling, the image will be static. Awesome. And in here, I'm going to change this text. I will highlight everything, then I enter. Tamalis number 1 print shop, and the button in here, I'm going to change it, so I just click on it and I'll change the text from here to shop now. And then the link, I'm going to link it to the shop page. So what I'm going to do is I'll go to the back end of my website, right click on visit store, open link in a new tab, and this will give me the URL to my shop page. So I'll just go ahead and copy it, come back in here and paste it. So now if users of my website click on this button now, it will take them to the products page. Awesome. So whatever changes you make to your page, you need to click on update in order to save your work. However, one other thing I want to do up here is I want to change the color of this text to white. So I'll just select it, I'll go to style, and I'll go ahead and click on text color, and I'll change it to white. Perfect. And the text in here, I don't need it, so I'll just go ahead and delete it. I want to put something else in there. So in here, I'm going to add an animated text, so that it will give my users a good impression about my business. So to do that, I need to install a plugin that will help me achieve that. So first of all, I'll go ahead and update the page. Then I'll go back to the back end of my website. Then I'll go over to plugins, click on add new. Under search plugins, I search for essential add-ons. I have essential add-ons for Elementor in here. With this particular plugin, you will get additional 40 elements in addition to the Elementor page builder. So before you can be able to use this plugin, you will need the Elementor page builder. So go ahead and install now. It is installed. I activate. Plugin successfully activated. I go back to the home page and I refresh the page. So in order to be able to use the new plugin I've installed, I need to refresh my page. Under search widget, I search for fancy text, and as you can see, it has the EA symbol right here, which means essential add-ons. So I just go ahead and drag it in here under Tamales #1 print shop. Now under content, I go to fancy text. In here I have this is that is what you are seeing in here, and I'm going to change it to we are specialized in. Then under fancy text string, I click on the first string and I'll go ahead and remove this and enter posters. The next string, I click on it and I'll enter business cards. The third one, flyers. So now I've exhausted the default 3 fancy text strings. I can go ahead and click on add item, and in here I enter letterheads, add another one, calendars. Perfect. And then the suffix text, I don't need it, so I just go ahead and select all and remove it. Going down, I have fancy text settings. Under style type, I can only use style 1. Style 2 is for the pro version of essential add-ons. Alignment, defaultly it is set to center. I'll take it to left. Animation type, I drop down the arrow and I can use any of these animation types. So I choose zoom. Awesome. You see that. Perfect. So you can go ahead and choose whatever animation type you want. I'll go in for typing, that is the default one, and then the typing speed, you can change it to whatever number you want. And then delay in change, you can change it to whatever number you want. Loop the typing, I'll leave it enabled, and then display type cursor, I'll leave that enabled as well. For instance, if I toggle off display type cursor, you wouldn't see the cursor anymore. You see that. So I need to see the cursor, so I'll toggle it on. Next, I go over to style. The pretext color, I'll change it to white, and I'll increase the size. I'll make it 30, and the weight, I'll choose 700. Next is fancy text styles. I click on it. The color, I change it to white, and the typography, I change the size to 30 as well, and the weight, I change it to 700. Perfect. The last thing I'll do is work on typing cursor color. I click on color and I change it to white. So that is that, and I'll go ahead and click on update. Now let me preview my changes and see how it will come up. Perfect. Awesome. Going back, I scroll down, and in here I don't need this image, so I just go ahead and delete it and everything in there. In the text here, I'll highlight all and change it to about us, and I'll go ahead and enter my about text in here. So you just click on it, you can highlight and edit it from here, or you can do the editing from here. But I'm not going to bore you with my slow typing, so I'll leave this dummy text in here for now. Over here, I'll put my discount code in here. Already I have hot discount, however I'll change it to maybe hot deal. Awesome. And the percentage off is 20, not 70. In here, I'll remove whatever is there and I'll enter get the best deal of the day, and the button in here, I'll change it to shop now, and the link, I'll go ahead and paste it in. I already have it on my clipboard when I pasted it for this particular button. I'll go ahead and change the background image in here. I'll give it an image that will match my printing business. So take note, this particular image is set to the column. So I'll click on the column icon here, go to style, then I click on choose image, select files, then I go ahead and use this. It's loaded. I click on insert media, but the background is too bright, so I go over to background overlay. I choose classic, I click on color, and I go ahead and make it black. Going down, in here I have this heading backpack types, so I'll change it to suit my business needs. So I'll just select it. So take note, apart from editing your text from here, you can also edit it from here. It's the same. Featured categories, and in here I'll change it to browse or featured categories. So in here I'm going to change these particular images to represent the various categories I have, and I have about 5 categories, so I'll feature my most popular categories. So to do that, I'll go ahead and change this text. I'll just click on it and I'll change this to flyers. So in here you can further give some description to your flyers, but I'll leave it as it is for now. And I'll also go ahead and change the background image. I click on this column right here, and I'll go to style. So I'll just go ahead and use this, and I click on insert media. In here I have some spacer. If I click on it, you see edit spacer. I don't need it this high, so I can reduce the spacer from here, or better still, I'll just go ahead and delete it by right clicking on it, delete, and I'll do the same thing to the rest of the spacers in here. So now if I delete the last one, you see the whole column reducing in height. Perfect. So in here I'll customize it further by adding a background overlay, this image. So I click on the column, now go to background overlay, I'll choose classic, and I'll go ahead and enter in my color. Already there's a background overlay, but the opacity is reduced to minimum, so I'll take it back in here. I'll go ahead and change the color to black. Perfect. So if I want these particular settings to affect the rest of the columns, I'll just right click on the column icon, copy, right click here, click on page style. So I'll have everything in here, page style, page style. And finally I'll go ahead and change these names. So I'll change this to business cards, and I'll go ahead and change the background image by clicking on edit column. I'll select this, insert media. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and link these titles or headings to their respective categories links. So to do that, I go over to the back end and I'll go to products, then I click on categories. So first I have flyers. So this is flyers. What I'll need to do is just point on view, right click on it, copy link, come back in here, click on flyers, and the link, I paste in the link. So I'll do the same by going back to categories page. Next I have business cards, right click on view, copy link, come back in here, select the title or the heading, then under content I enter in the link. So I'll do the same thing to posters and letterheads. Okay, so I click on update, and we can test it by going to the home page in here. So if I click on flyers here, it will take me to the flyers category. Let's check that. Perfect. Awesome. Going back in here, I want to enter my featured products. So the only thing I need to do is click in here, or maybe the pencil icon, and I'll see this short code. So currently it is set to products that are on sale. I just need to change this code so that it will display my featured products. However, I'll need to go back to the back end to set some featured products before I can actually get my featured products displayed on the home page. So I'll go back, then I click on all products in here and the products. So I'll just set some few. So to set a featured image, I'll go ahead and click on this star right here. I click on it and the page will reload. So when it is done, you see that the star is filled. I'll go ahead and do the same thing to this one. I'll just select some random products. Alright, I've set up some featured products. So what I'm going to do next is go to Google and search for WooCommerce shortcodes. And I'll just go ahead and click on this one. So on this page, I will be able to get the shortcode for featured products. So I'll just scroll to example of product scenarios. So the first one is random sale items and the next one is featured products. So I'll just go ahead and grab this code, right click on it, copy, come back to Elementor, I remove what is here and I paste in my code. Awesome. So you see that it is in 2 columns, but I don't need it in 2 columns. So the number of products, I'll limit it to 4 as you can see in here, but the columns, I'll change it to 4 so that I'll have only 1 line. Perfect. Going down, okay, this particular section didn't come out well. So in your case, you'll see something else. I don't know what happened. So what I'm going to do is click in here to remove this, and I'm going to set up some counter in here. So first of all, I'll go to elements and I drag in the inner section and it will give me a default 2 column section. I'll go back to elements and the search widget, I search for counter and I have counter here. I drag it in here and I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this. So I right click, duplicate, right click, duplicate, and I don't need this last one, so I just go ahead and delete it. Perfect. So the first one, I'll select it, then I'll change the ending number 2750, and then title, I change this to deliveries. So we have done 2750 deliveries. I go to the next column, click on it, and I'll change this to 242, and then title, I change it to happy customers, and then the last column, I click on it and I enter 5, and then title, I enter awards, something like that. So you can enter whatever you want. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and change the colors. So I select this, the first one, I go over to style, and the number, I go to color, I change it to white, and the title, I go to color and I change it to white. So the rest, I don't need to repeat the same process. I'll just right click on the first one I've changed to, copy, right click on this, paste style, right click here and paste style. Perfect. Going down in here, I change popular backpacks to popular products, or you can say designs or prints, whatever. And here I'll change it to browse our most popular products. And what I'm going to do is I'll click on the pencil icon right here. So product limits, it is set to 4 and the number of columns is set to 4. So I'll change product limits to 8. So instead of 1 row, I'll now have 2 rows as well as 8 products. Perfect. So the last thing I'll work on is our happy clients. So I'll leave the title as it is. I like it, but I'll change this subtitle. So I click on it, edit it from here, reviews from our customers, and in here to change this particular review, you can just go ahead and click on it and edit it from here. So if you happen to receive some reviews, maybe through your Facebook or Instagram, or whatever social media page, you can come in here and enter the best 3 reviews, or if you want, you can go ahead and duplicate this to get 6 reviews. So I right click, duplicate, and additional 3 columns will be added, but I'll leave it as 3 columns for now. So I'll just go ahead and remove this. So for instance, if you want to change maybe this image, the name, and even the portfolio, you can just go ahead and click on it. Then the image, you choose it from here. So I'll go to upload files, select files, and I'll go ahead and choose this, insert media, and the name, you can change it from here. And then portfolio, maybe CEO of Dikupages. And you can also go ahead and change the rest of the images. Here you see that these images are rounded, and what I've inserted is a squared image. So to change it to rounded, I go over to style, and the border radius, I enter 50. Perfect. So I just go ahead and change these images and the names and get back to you. Alright, everything is set and I'm happy with my page. So I'll go ahead and click on update. Now go and preview the page. Perfect. Very neat and clean. Awesome. Okay, as you can see in here, I don't have some space in here. I think I've deleted some column, or sorry, rather a section down here. So I can just go ahead, go to elements, then I'll drag in a spacer in here, and I'll set it to 50 by default. Update. Perfect. I now have some space. So that's it on designing the home page. The next page I'm going to design is the about page. So I go ahead and click on it. Click on edit with Elementor. So in here I'll make this pretty quick since you've now gotten the concept of working with Elementor. So I'll just go ahead and change the background image here. Right click, edit section, style, choose image. I'll use this, insert media, attachment, I make it fixed, position center, and then I go to background overlay, classic, click on the color, and I'll choose black, and I'll change the color of this text, and the style, text color, white, and I'll go ahead and remove this. I don't need it. Awesome. So in here you can enter some information that best describe you. So I can say high quality prints. I can change it from here, or instead of high quality prints, I'll just say high quality, and I can also enter some text in here to describe high quality. If you want, you can also go ahead and change this icon from here. Just click on it and you can search for whatever icon you want. I'll go ahead and choose this, click on insert. Perfect. Award-winning, environmental friendly, and then nationwide shipping. So I'll remove worldwide and enter nationwide. Nationwide shipping. Perfect. In here I enter welcome to Dikupages, and I'll go ahead and enter some little information about my business. And the button in here, I'll change it to shop now. One other thing I can do is I still have my home page open with Elementor. So I'll go to the top, or maybe this button here. I'll just right click on it, copy, come back to the about page, right click here, click on paste, and I'll go ahead and remove this one. Perfect. So I don't need to change the text, also enter the link anymore. Awesome. And I'll go ahead and change this image. So I click on the pencil icon here, choose file, and I can just go and grab any of these images. Maybe this, insert media. Going down, our amazing team. In here you can change these images to represent your team. You can also go ahead and change their names, their portfolio, and some additional description, and also some social media profiles. So changing all this is not difficult. Just click on the image and you can choose whatever image you want from here. Maybe I'll use these images. Window is small, so the name I can change it from here, and then the position I click in here. I'll change this to maybe CEO. Perhaps I don't need this description, I can just take it out. Then social icons, I click on it and I can add the social links right here. So when you click on Facebook, you enter the link in here. Twitter, you enter the link in here. However, if there's a particular social media you don't want, for instance product hunt, you can just go ahead and close it from here. And if you need a particular one which is not here, you can click on add item, then you click on the icon right here. Maybe I want to use YouTube, so I go ahead and select it, insert, and you will see it right here. Perfect. So I'll change the rest of this and get back to you. Alright, I've changed all the images. So assuming I have more than 3 styles, maybe 4, I can go ahead and duplicate this column to get my 4 columns. Or better still, I can duplicate the whole of this section, duplicate, so that I get another section. But I don't have this much of stuff, so I take this out, and going down visit store, I'll just change the link to this button. So I click on it, and under link text I enter in my link to the shop page, and I go ahead and update. I can preview the changes. I'll exit from here for now. Awesome, I like this. Now I'll go to contact us page. I'll edit it with Elementor. So as usual, I'll change the whole of this. So what I can do is, if I don't want to repeat the same process I did under about us, I'll just go to the top and click on it, then click on copy, meaning I am copying the whole of this section with every single settings that is made to it. I go back in here, right click on paste, and it will be inserted down here. Awesome. So what I need to do is just right click in here and delete it. Now change the title in here to contacts. Perfect, as simple as that. Going down, you can enter your physical location. So in here, I'll just go ahead and enter EG0123 Lamont Street, Chamley, Tamale. And then working hours, Monday to Friday is 7 AM to 7 PM, or maybe to 8 PM, something like that. So you can set whatever number of hours you want. Then email, I just click in here and I'll change it to my own email. So in here, I'll remove the whole of this. I have only one email, and I say info@dikuprints.com. The phone numbers, I click in here and I'll change my phone number from here. Going down, I click on the pencil icon on the Google map, and the location is set to somewhere London. I remove it from here and I enter my own location. Chamley Tamale. Let's see how that will come up. Awesome, I'm right here, and the contact form, leave it as it is. Perfect. Then I'll go ahead and click on update. I preview the changes. Perfect. Alright, so now that the design of our website is done, the next thing I'm going to do is create some other boring pages like privacy policy, cookies policy, and then terms and conditions, or any other pages you want to have on your website. So to create a new page, I can go ahead and duplicate any of the pages we already have so that I build from it, or I remove what I don't want and enter what I want. So I'll go back to the back end and I'll go over to pages, click on it. So in here, by default, I already have privacy policy page. Let me go ahead and view it and see if it will suit my needs. then I'll keep it, and I think it's clean. I don't need to create this anymore. So the only thing I need to do is click on edit page, and if you want you can design it with Elementor. This is also cool, that is the Gutenberg builder. So in here you just need to remove all this text and enter in your own text. So I think it is cool. I just exit from here. So I'll create another page just to show you how you can create your own page. And better still, we don't need to create a new page from here. You can just go ahead and duplicate this particular page and change it to whatever name you want. So I'll click on EA duplicator, and we are getting this particular feature as a result of installing the essential add-ons for Elementor. Take note, that is the same Elementor we used to get our animated text right here on the home page. So I'll go back and I'll go ahead and click on EA duplicator. So going down, you'll see that I'll have another privacy policy page, but this time around this particular one is a draft. So what I need to do is go ahead and click on quick edit, and I'll change the page title, and then under status I drop down the arrow and change it from draft to published. Then I update. So now I have my terms and conditions page. I can go ahead and view it by right clicking on view, open link in a new tab. Perfect. And I have my terms and conditions page. Perfect. So the same way you can click on edit page and go ahead and change this content. So now that creating the pages is done, the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and customize my website. So to do that, I'll just click on customize. So first of all, I'll work on the header. So I'll hover on it, and I'll see this blue icon right here. Click on it to change the logo. However, I have a link in the description down below that will show you how you can create your own logo for free. So I just click on it from here, upload files, select files, and I have my logo in here. Select it, open. It is uploaded. I select, and I have my logo in here. If I want, I can increase the height. So instead of 35, I can make it 50. Next thing I'm going to do is work on socials here. So I can click on the icon right here, or better still, I can click on it from here. So I click from here, and in here I can add whatever social media icons I want, or even remove what I don't want. So for instance, I have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I can go ahead and add LinkedIn by clicking here and search for LinkedIn. Click on it, then click on plus icon. You see that it is added. Awesome. I can also rearrange it if I want. So I'll take Instagram on top. You see that. Or better still, I'll bring Twitter down here below, and it is right here. Perfect. But I think I need only 3 social media icons. So I'll take off LinkedIn. I don't need that. And I'll rearrange it to have Facebook on top as it were before. But take note, in here you cannot enter the links to the various social media icons. I'll take you to where we can do that later on in this tutorial. However, if you want to change the colors, you can go to design, and in here is the initial color. That is the color we are seeing right now, and this yellow color is the hover. That is when you hover on it, the color that you see. So all what you need to do is just click on it from here and you choose whatever color, or you can go ahead and enter the code of the color in here. But I'll leave this color as it matches with my logo. Next, I go over to account. That is what I'm seeing here. I have search. I'm not going to work on search or cart. The only thing I'll work on is account. So I click on it, and then the account action, I drop down the arrow and I'll choose WooCommerce account. Awesome. So that's the only thing I need to do in here. Better still, you can go ahead and click on design to change the colors. Now I go back, and I scroll down to site identity, and in here I'm going to change the site icon of my website. So I just click on select site icon, upload files, select files. I have my icon in here, open, select, skip cropping, and I'll have my shortcut icon right here. So the next thing I'm going to customize is the single product page. So if I choose any of these products, maybe this, then I'll go back, I'll go over to WooCommerce single product. I click on it. Then under page structure, this is active now. I want to use narrow width. And then content area style, I'll choose box instead of white. Going down, I click on gallery options, and then the only thing I want to touch here is image. So I click on predefined and I set it to original. So you see that the size of the image is reduced. I want to be able to see everything. I don't want to go ahead and scroll in order to see the entire image. So if it is set to predefined, you see that I need to scroll in order to see the rest of the image. So I'll set it to original. Perfect. However, whatever size you are going to see in here will depend upon the size of your image. I think mine was set to 500 by 500 pixels. However, you can keep whatever image size you want. Back, I go back, then I scroll to related products, click on it. Now when you go down, you see that related products, they are in 4 columns. I don't need it in 4 columns. So what I'm going to do is under columns and rows, I change it to 3. So you can keep whatever number of columns you want. And the number of rows, I leave it as 1. So I like what I'm seeing. Next, I go to back, and I'll go to general. Under general, I want to enable scroll to top. So I click on it to enable it right here. I can customize it further by clicking on this arrow here, and I can choose any of these arrow designs. So I go ahead and choose this rocket. Under design, I can change the colors. So the shape background color, I want to keep it as it is, but I'll change the icon color to maybe this yellow. Perfect. So the hover color, I think is okay. Alright, so when I click on it to take me to the very top of my page. Awesome. Now I go back. So in here, I can also manage my social accounts. That is under general. So I click on social network accounts. So I now search for the field for this particular social icons. So the first one is Facebook. So I have Facebook in here. So I just go ahead and enter the link of my Facebook page. Dikupages. And I'll do the same thing to Instagram and Twitter. So I have Instagram in here. I'll just enter hashtag to speed up the tutorial. And then Twitter is here. I enter hashtag. Oops, hashtag. Alright, so I go back, and I scroll down to menu. Then I go ahead and click on main menu. So in here, I don't need all these menu links. For instance, if I go to shop, you see that I have this drop down, right sidebar and left sidebar. There are not any pages that I will need. Even products, I don't need it, as well as account. I already have my account icon right here. So I go ahead and delete this. Just drop down the arrow, click on remove. Drop down the arrow, click on remove. And I'll do the same thing to products. I don't need it, and my account as well. And I'll have only these 4 menu links. One other thing I want to do is increase the size of my menu items. So I just hover and click on the blue icon here. Now I go ahead and click on design. So under font, I just change the size from 12 in here to 15. Then going down, I'll customize the footer section of my website. But before I go into the footer section, I'll customize this trending section. I just need to change the title from trending now to something else. So I go back, I click on general, or not here. I go back, scroll down, have trending post. So the model title, it is trending now. I enter trending products. So under post type, you can either decide to use post or products. I'll leave it as products since I want to show some trending products here. So when you scroll to the far end, up here you see that there are some social icons. I want to customize it to have the same thing in here. So I go down, hover on it, then you click on this icon right here. So I'll go ahead and remove the ones I don't want: Vimeo, YouTube, Pinterest. Now I have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and they are already linked since we have already entered the various link to all of these icons earlier. Perfect. And over here too, I have my secondary menu, that is my footer menu. Take note, down here below you can also customize the footer. So let me go to copyright, and in here I'll change powered by to, and I can also link this to my website. So I highlight it, insert link, and I enter, and I click on the gear icon, select open link in a new tab, update. So I have it in here. If you want, you can go ahead and align it center. Perfect. And that is what I will do. I can also customize it further. I want to change the color of this text, so I go to design, font color, and just go ahead and change it to white. The link color is already how I want it, so I don't do any other thing. Now I'm going to work on these widgets down here. So I'll click on the first one, and it will open up right here. So in here I have two widgets. This particular one, I don't think I'll need it here, so I just click on it, click on this three dots icon, and I click on remove. Over here I select it, then the title I'll just take off, and then down here I'll click at the beginning of this text, and I'll click on add media. I want to add my logo in there. I already have my logo inserted, so I select it, insert to post. Here you can go ahead and enter the about content of your website. So next I go to this widgets, then I don't need this useful information, so I just click on it, click on the three dots, remove block, and in here I'm going to remove all what is here. I'll make it bullets. Now enter, about us, hit enter. Maybe I'll bring home on top, and then the last one I enter contact us, and I'll go ahead and link them to their respective pages. So I'll just grab the link from here, copy, highlight home, click on link, insert, apply. Now do the same thing for the rest. Meanwhile, the about page is about us, so after the / in here I'll bring about dash us. I think it's just about, or better say, if you want to get the links or the correct links, you go to the back end and open your site in a new tab. So this is the home page. I've already grabbed that, so let me go to the about, just click on it and copy the link, go back to customizer, then paste it in here, then apply. The last one is contact. So I go back, click on contact us, right click, copy, come back to customizer, insert link, paste, apply. Next I have the third widget. I just click on it, and in here I don't need this particular widget, so I just select it and delete it from here. I think this particular list will do what I want. So if you have your privacy policy page, you just go ahead and enter it in here. Let me go back to the back end. I have my privacy policy page here, so I just right click on view, copy link, come back in here, highlight privacy policy, then click on edit, then remove what is here and paste your own link. Click on apply, go aside, then you do the same thing for cookie policies, that is if you have that page. So since I don't have that page and I don't want this to link to any other page, I'll just highlight, then click on edit, and you can leave this hashtag in here, then apply. The last one is terms and conditions. I have terms and conditions page in here. Right click on it, copy link, come back here, edit the page, or sorry, the link, then paste it in here, apply. The last widget, I click on it and just go ahead and click inside to edit it. So this text in here, I don't need it, I remove it, Going down, address, I'll just click on it. Sorry, drop down the arrow here and you can change whatever address you want. So this is the title, so it should be maintained. Then the content, I remove everything, then I enter my own content. I drop down the arrow and the phone, so the title should be maintained, and I enter my phone number. And then the link is optional, so if you want to link this particular number so that people can click on it to call you, you can just go ahead, copy this number in here, then you replace it with this. Make sure you have tel, that is TL for telephone, colon, and you paste in your number. Perfect. Finally, I drop down the arrow here for email, so the content is in here, and I'll change, sorry, the title is in here, and I'll change the content. So I remove this and enter info@dikupages.com, and the mail to link, I'll just copy this content here, that is the email. Then I'll remove from content to the end. Make sure you have mail to colon, then paste in your email address. Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you is to change the background image here. So to do that, you need to make sure you are on the shop page. As you can see in here, I'm on the shop page. Then I'll click on edit right here, then scroll down, and the custom image, I click on the pencil icon here, and it will take me to the media library, so I can choose any of these images. I'll select this, then I click on select. Perfect. This text right here, if you want to change it, you need to change it at the pages section. You see the name of a page, take your adventure to the next level. So I can change it by clicking on quick edit. I'll say take your business to the next level, then I'll update it. Awesome. So in here, I'll go ahead and publish. So if I refresh this page now, you see that the text here will change. Okay, I need to go back to the shop page. You see that take your business to the next level. So you can put whatever text you want to put there. All what you need to do is you make sure you change the name from here. So if you want, you can say maybe all products or shop or whatever. So that's all the customization you want to do. So I exit from here. Perfect. Let's go down to check. Awesome. I like this. So if I click on about, it will take me to the about page of my website. Going down, contact us. Perfect. All right. So that's it on customizing our website. Now there's one other thing I want to show you, which is very important for this particular business. I'll go to the shop page and I'll go ahead and open any of these products. So I choose blue business card. Now you see that my users will be able to choose any quantity they want, that depends upon what I've specified in here. So assuming I choose 100, then I'll go ahead and choose 2 days delivery. And the paper type, I want to use matte, and then design required. You can either decide to choose I have a print file ready, or yes, please design it for me, or better still, my file requires some changes. So now if they are going to choose no, I have a print file ready, meaning they will need to send you some particular file which you will need to print out for them. So how do you intend to receive this particular file, or how do you want your clients to send this particular file to you? Better still, if they have the file but it requires some changes, meaning they will have to send the files over, how do you intend to take this particular file? So this is the important feature I'm going to show you now. Now if you go to edit the product, there's a particular option you can get. Let's see how that will come up. Going down, I go to custom fields. Remember, we were here, that is where we set the paper type and also design required. Now if you try to add a field under type, you see that we have all this, that is text area number, email, URL, select true or false checkboxes, and then radio button. Down here you have the opportunity to add or upload file. So when you are able to select this, your users will be able to upload whatever files they want to send you. Unfortunately, this particular feature is for the pro version of this particular theme, that is the advanced product fields for WooCommerce. And during the introduction of this video, I made mention that we are not going to pay for anything except our domain name. So how can we achieve this? There's a way, and I'll show you in a moment how you can accept files from your clients without paying for anything. So let's see how we can do that. So to do that, we need to install a plugin. So I go over to plugins, then I click on add new. Under search plugins, I search for Elementor. So this is the plugin I'm going to install. You can use this particular plugin to create contact forms, payment forms, or even build a custom form. So I go ahead and install it. It is installed. I go ahead and activate. So the plugin is activated and you see it right here. So I hover on it and I click on forms. Going down, I can click on create from here or from here. So I click on it, and under choose a template, I go ahead and click on contact us, and I click on continue. In here, I enter the name of my form, so I call it design details. Then I go ahead and click on create. So the form is created. So these are the various fields I have. I have name, email address, and then phone, as well as message. So I want to customize the form a bit. I'll click on message. Now I'm going to change the label to more info. Then I click on apply. So in here you see that there's no field for you to upload your file. So what I'm going to do is insert a new field. So I click on insert fields, and in here I'll go ahead and choose file upload. Then going down, I click on insert fields. Now in here, if you want your visitors to upload only a single file, you go ahead and select this, which is already selected. Or if you want them to upload multiple files, you go ahead and choose multiple. And this is what I'm going to do because I want my visitors to be able to send multiple files. Next, I go over to settings. Then I scroll down under file size limit. I'll change the size from 8 megabytes to 15 megabytes so that I'll make room for bigger file sizes. I go down, click on apply. Now creating the form is completed, but there's another thing I want to show you in such a way that if users of your website submit this form, you'll be able to reply to them through the email address they'll be supplying. However, when you try to reply to this form, the message will try to go to your own email address. So what you need to do is go over to email notifications, then click in here, that is admin email. So in here you see your own email. So I click here, then I go over to advanced, then go down to reply to email, click on the plus icon, then go ahead and click on email address, then click on add. So with this particular feature, you'll be able to reply to your users who will be submitting this form. So everything else is done, then I'll go ahead and click on publish. So in here you can copy this shortcode and embed it in whatever page you want, but I'm going to show you how to use Elementor to build this page. So I can go ahead and copy it, and I exit from here. So next thing I'm going to do is create a page where I'll embed this form. So to do that, I go over to pages, then I click on add new. In here I give my page a title, so I say design details, and I'll click on publish again, and I'll go ahead and edit it with Elementor. So first of all, I'll insert a new section by clicking on the plus icon here, single column. Then I go over to elements, then I'll drag in the header element, and I'll change the text to please fill out this form and also attach any files you want to send to us. I'll go ahead and center it, and I'll go over to style and the typography. I reduce the size, I'll make it 30. and I'll go back to Elements, and the search widgets, I search for short code, and I'll drag it in here. And in here, I go ahead and paste the short code of my form, and I click on Apply. I click on Update, then I'll go ahead and preview the changes. Awesome. So in here, I have my form. Perfect. So users can go ahead and fill this form and also upload whatever files they want to send to us. Maybe I can still customize the form a bit, so I'll go back to Elementor, click on the pencil icon, and I click on Advanced, and the pattern, I uncheck the values or unlink the values. Right, I'll enter 150, then left, I enter 150. I update. Let's preview the changes. Perfect. I think this is cool. So now let me test my form out. So I'll just go ahead and enter some names. And I'll go ahead and upload some files. So I'll select this, hold down Ctrl key on the keyboard, and select any other images I want or files I want. And I click on Open. They are all added. I go ahead and click on Send Message. Thank you for contacting us. We'll be in touch with you shortly. Now let me go ahead and check my inbox. So in here, I have a new message from Dikupages. So I'll go ahead and open it up. And these are the details the user has submitted. And down here below are all the files he has attached. So in here, I can go ahead and reply to the user. So you see that my message will be sent to the email address the user has supplied. So I'll say then I'll go ahead and click on Send. So the sender will also receive whatever message I've sent to them. So now that my form is created, let me go ahead to the shop page and try to place an order. So I go down and I just go ahead and select this, and the quantity I choose 200, delivery period 3 days, and this is the total price I'll be paying. Is the same as what we are seeing down here. Maybe I want to print on bright white, so there won't be any extra charges. And then design required, yes, please design it for me. And with this, I want to send them some images I want them to use for my design. And you see that after selecting it, additional 30 Ghana cedis has been added. Then I'll go ahead and add to cart. I view the cart, I proceed to checkout, and in here I'll go ahead and fill my billing details. I'll do this pretty quick and get back to you. So I'll fill out the details. This will be the total amount I'll be paying, and I want to use direct bank transfer. So I'll go ahead and click on Place Order. Thank you, your order has been received, and this is my invoice right here. So whatever I'm seeing here will be sent to my email. However, I'm not redirected to the page we just created. So how are we going to make the checkout redirect to the form so that the user will be able to fill it up and also upload whatever files they want to send to us? So to do that, I go to the back end of my website, I go over to Appearance, then I click on Theme Editor. I click on I Understand. Scrolling down, I click on Theme Functions, and take note that is the functions.php file right here. So I click at the end, then I hit enter just to provide some space. Then I'll go to my notepad file in here, highlight this, copy. I'll leave a link in the description down below. When you click on it, it will take you to the resource page for you to get this code. So I'll come back in here and paste in the code. However, redirect URL, I need to change this particular URL. So from https to page / I remove whatever is there. So make sure your insertion point or your cursor is inside the quotation signs, that is the single quotes. So how do I get my URL? Elementor is still open here. I can exit and view the page. So this is the URL of my page, or better still, if you happen to close Elementor, you can still come back to the back end, then go to pages, right click on it, open link in a new tab. I'll go there, then I search for design details page. I have it in here. I'll just go ahead and right click on view, copy link, come back in here, then I go in here inside the quotation marks and paste in my URL. So if you don't remove the previous URL and enter your own URL, your users will be redirected to that particular URL which does not exist. So take notice of that. So when this is done, I click on update file. File edited successfully. Now let's go back and try to make another order. So I go to shop, I'll choose the same item and the quantity 250, delivery periods 3 days, paper type is bright white, and then yes, please design it for me. And I'm going to add some images that they will use for the design. I click on add to cart, view the cart, and I'll go ahead and proceed to checkout. So I still have my details in here, so I'll go ahead and click on place order. Let's see how that will come up. Awesome. See that I'm redirected to this form, and I'll go ahead and fill the form. Perfect. And I'm not going to go through filling the form again. I've already shown you how the form is being filled and how you can also reply to the sender. So now that this is done, let's go back to the back end of our website and see how we can check for our order. So to check for the order, I go over to WooCommerce and I click on orders. So I have the 2 orders in here, the ones I've just made, and this is the current one. So I can just go ahead and click on it. So in here I'll see all the details the person has filled with, and this is the cost of the product, and this is the overall total including shipping and VAT. So when this is done, we go ahead and check our email and see the files they have sent to us so that we'll use it for the design. By then they might have sent the payment through our bank account. So when everything is complete and you are rest assured that you have taken your check or your payment, you can now change the status from on hold to completed. Then you go ahead and click on update. So now let's see how the customer will receive his message. So in here, this is the earlier message I replied to, and these 2 are the messages the customer will receive with regards to the order. So this one is the first one. So this is how it will look like, and I'll show you how you can customize the colors of your invoice so that it will reflect your own colors. And down here below, I'll also show you how to remove this built with e-commerce feature. And as an administrator of the website, I'll also receive emails with regards to this particular order. Now let me go to the back end again, and I'll go over to WooCommerce settings right here. I'll go to emails. First of all, I'll change the color in here. So I'll just move what is here and enter my own color. I've already copied it clipboard, so this color matches with my own colors in here. Awesome. Take note, the build with e-commerce thing we are seeing here, you see Dikupages built with e-commerce, sorry, built with WooCommerce, is as a result of this. So I'll remove everything from here. Maybe I'll enter nice doing business with you. Okay. Header image, I want to put my logo here. So how can I do that? I'll go to media library. So I'll go to media, right click on it, open link in a new tab. Maybe I'll exit out from these pages. Then I have my logo in here. I'll just select it. So if you don't have your logo upload there, you need to upload it. Then go ahead and click on copy URL to clipboard. And I'll go back to WooCommerce settings and I'll paste in the link here. Then I'll go ahead and save changes. So take note, all these colors, you can change them if you want. Now let's go ahead and make our final order. So I go to the front end of the website, go to shop, Going down, this time around I'll choose a different product. So I choose blue business card. The quantity I'll choose 1000. Delivery period 1 day. So this is the total for 1000 quantity and 1 day delivery. And I need it on glossy. This time around I have my file, but it needs some changes. So I'll check this, and the total is now 207.99 Ghana cedis. I add to cart, view the cart. Take note the total amount is 268.35. Meanwhile, from where I'm coming from, I'm entitled to free shipping because my order is above 200 Ghana cedis. So I'll go ahead and select free shipping, and the amount will be reduced by 25 Ghana cedis. You see that. Then I go ahead and click on proceed to checkout. I already have my information filled. Then I'll go ahead and place the order. And I'll be redirected to my form. So I'll fill this form quickly. Then going down, I click in here to choose my file. So I go ahead and select this, and I click on open. Take note, you can upload as many files as you want. So I'll add another one. I select this and I click on open. So they are uploaded. I go ahead and click on send message. Thank you for contacting us. We'll be in touch with you shortly. Perfect. So I'll go ahead and check my inbox as a client, and you see that I have my logo up here, and the colors too has changed to the color I entered. And down here below we don't see built with WooCommerce anymore. Awesome. So as an administrator of this website, I'll also receive an email with regards to this particular order. As well, I'll go back to the back end and go over to orders to check my new order right here. So currently it is set to on hold, and I've already shown you how you can fulfill your orders. So that's it on making our print shop e-commerce website, and I hope this video was helpful. If you found value, kindly hit the like button, subscribe, and also enable the notification bell so that each time I post a new video on this channel, you'll be the first to know. Keep watching, and I'll see you in the next video.